Hi, my name is Brandon Tai. I'm a student in the comics, graphic novels, and manga class with Sarah Lundberg, and today I'm doing a presentation on my final project for the class. So my final project, titled Eiichiro Oda, a Dedicated Artist. I like to begin with giving a little quick introduction. This is going to be a microbiography on the life of Eiichiro Oda, and I'm going to give you reasons why we should be looking into it. So first of all, Eiichiro Oda is a world-renowned manga artist who was born in Japan. He is actually the founder and creator of One Piece, which is actually the best-selling manga of all time. And One Piece has actually been in production for 20 years and has broken multiple Guinness World Records and regular publication records. So the interesting thing about Eiichiro Oda is that he started at a very young age and was highly touted for his production value and skill in manga. So one of the things is that his first publication was titled Wanted! And it actually won the Tezuka Award when he was 17 years old. The Tezuka Award is named after Osamu Tezuka, who's actually the grandfather of manga, and is a very famous award. So because of winning this award, he was then employed at Weekly Shonen Jump, a very famous regular publication that introduced a bunch of different manga to a more wide and mainstream audience. And at Weekly Shonen Jump, he got the opportunity to work as an assistant in developing Rurouni Kenshin. So dedication. The interesting thing about Eiichiro Oda is that he's very well known for his dedication to his manga. He's a perfectionist, and his work ethic is unbelievable. So just going through different interviews and quotes from Mr. Oda himself, he has a legendary work ethic. He's been known to start his morning at 5 a.m. and end around 2 a.m. And this is his regular schedule. He works his schedule from Monday through Sunday. And he only takes breaks for certain hiatuses and specific periods of time that he lets the public know. So his dedication to One Piece is something to really acknowledge. It's 879 chapters so far, making it one of the longest running manga series of all time. And he's been known to quote and say, quote, "die for One Piece." This is something that he actually said to his editor, and it really shows how serious Oda is about his manga One Piece. Over the period of 20 years that One Piece has been in publication, he's been in a number of hiatuses. So he's taken a number of breaks to spend time with his family. He's married. But also he's actually been hospitalized. And his hospitalizations can be understood that it's because of his work ethic, which is just too much. So there are a couple unique characteristics about Eiichiro Oda that really set him and his manga One Piece apart from the rest and make them able to be categorized as greatest of all time, Hall of Fame manga. So one of the big things is strong resume. Like I said before, Eiichiro Oda has a number of works before he began working on One Piece. And one of those big things is being an assistant for Rurouni Kenshin, which is a very well-renowned anime, and his work was highly contributive. Next is that his inspiration for One Piece is the development and production of the animated series called Vicky the Viking. Vicky the Viking is an Austrian, German, Japanese animated series which detailed the life of Vicky and her Viking adventures. And Oda quotes this as the biggest inspiration, and that he remembers particular scenes from Vicky the Viking as a child, and that really led him to the creation of One Piece, with Monkey D. Luffy, who is the protagonist, who goes out on pirate adventures with his crew with his goal of becoming the king of pirates. So another thing is that Eiichiro Oda is obviously very dedicated to his craft, but he is really in tune with his audience and his fans. So he knows how loved his manga series is, and quote from an interview recently that he saw that not presenting his thoughts and his ideas on One Piece is rude to the readers. So he actually knows what the ending is going to be like for One Piece. However, anytime he comes up with new thoughts or new revelations in the plot, he makes sure that he drags them out, he fleshes them out, and he presents it to the audience because he believes it's rude. He really cares that the audience knows everything that he is thinking. And like I just mentioned, he has actually had the ending for One Piece fixed since the inception of the manga. So he's known the ending, and from himself, he said that it's extremely interesting. However, at the current level and progress of One Piece, he says that it's only around 70% done. So he still has 30% more of One Piece to finish in his content, and then he'll finally get onto that ending. And here are the couple of the citations that I used. I really heavily utilized resources like Kotaku, and there were instances where I did have to use like fan page wikias and content creator information sites, but one of the most important resources that I utilized was this YouTube URL right here, in which Eiichiro Oda did an interview in 2016, which was not heavily publicized. He's actually a very low-key guy. He chose not to show his face in that interview video, but it really answered a lot of questions, and it was available for English subtitle, which really helped my project become successful. Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate it.